Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is week 8 of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. This is the final full week. And I have been doing repeats. I just kind of fell back on what I knew. I've done one dish this week that I hadn't done previously. So that's what I'm going to show you. And and for the last couple of days, I will probably do the same. So Sunday mornings, we usually do a big breakfast. And this morning, it was eggs, bacon, and pancakes. And I'm kind of glad this is coming to an end because I am out of so many things, including bacon, eggs, you name it, I'm probably out of it. So for tonight's dinner, I'm doing one of my hubby's favorites, and it is goulash. So I have some pasta, some diced tomatoes from the fridge, diced tomatoes, mushrooms, hamburger from last year, actually 2 years ago. I forgot what year this was. Some pasta sauce that I made last year, tomatoes out of the freezer, and peppers out of the freezer. That's my sort of freezer things I'm pulling out. I have so many tomatoes and peppers in the freezer, it's crazy. So I try to do as many one-pot meals as I can and reduce my dishes and cleaning up. So I do my pasta first, and then I turn around and do my sauce portion of it all in that same pot. So while my pasta is over to the side draining, I'm making the sauce for it. So in goes my frozen peppers and tomatoes. It amazes me every time that I use these peppers and tomatoes out of the freezer how much water can actually come off of that little bit of veg. So in goes all my spices, and 9 times out of 10, if it's a savory dish, I'm putting in onion and garlic. So now I'm putting in some diced tomatoes that I had in the fridge, and I'm also adding another can of diced tomatoes. Now these are fire roasted tomatoes. I would have done home canned diced tomatoes, but I didn't have any left. And then I'm putting in a jar of my home canned pasta sauce. So another thing out of my freezer, I'm putting one of these cubes of, it's actually pasta sauce. I didn't have enough for a full jar, so I just froze these and I just used them in dishes like this. This is probably one of the best kitchen utensils I ever bought. It's a little spatula that fits in these jars if I can't get the ingredients out. And I also, what I do is take the water off my veg and clean out my jars and my cans as well. There's a lot of nutrients and goodness left in these cans and jars. And if I have any water left off of the veg, I don't throw it away. I put it in a jar and put it into my fridge. And I use it for things like boiling the pasta or making a roux or something like that. Don't throw that water away off your veg. Save it. Use it up. So once my sauce has been simmering for about 10 minutes, I put back in my pasta. And I will say that better than bouillon, it makes the sauce taste like you've been simmering it all day. It's really, really good. And I love to use just a little bit to add depth of flavor to my dishes. And I just add the pasta, mix it in, and dinner is served. Okay, not quite. I forgot to add my mushrooms. So in goes my mushrooms. And I don't know if you noticed, I haven't added any meat in this because there are vegans in my house. And what I do with meals like this, I would make it without the meat, take a portion out, and then add meat to the portion that's left. So that's how I'm able to feed my family in the same pot, but have some meat and some meatless. So that's my little trick, so I don't have to be making so many different dishes and all this craziness. So that's what I do. And then I'm going to add a bit more seasonings. This is actually basil from last year's garden that I dried. Basil always makes everything taste better. And there it is. Now dinner is served. And I just served it with a side of corn and carrots. And that is going to be it for this week. So for this week's sweet treat, I made muffins, but for myself, I made a mug cake. And if you want to see how I did that, I put a full video up on Flour It Up Friday. So the video I posted on Friday, you will see the full description there. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos.